Hi! Welcome to Mad Max. We're doing Rotten Rusties. There's 14 scavenger points, as you can see, 3 camps, 8 Scarecrows, 3 snipers, and 2 Minefields, no Convoys. Check the eye on the top right for access to the playlists. We're going to crack on. This video's been cut over the course of a month, so enjoy what you will. I apologise in advance, but here is the first Scarecrow. It's Fortified. There's only 3 scrap from that, but there we are, in and out. What can I tell you? My friend Caitlin's staying at the moment. There's a history relic from the first scavenging point. Look at that. I think a lot of these pictures are from the developers, to be honest. So I've been watching the League of Legends Worlds. Look, there's the second Scarecrow, I guess. There's a Fortified Scarecrow. That's another 3 scrap. Pink Eyes. Are we in Pink Eyes? I can't even remember. It's been so long. I've got 3 more territories to tear down. Okay, anyway. Honestly, the first 10 minutes of this video is stuff that I haven't seen in a long time. But there's another history relic. Look, there's someone doing a snow angel. It was cool, both literally and figuratively. Anyway, on to scavenging location number 4-ish? I don't know, but there's 2 scrap. Hurrah. And a perfect parry. 50 perfect parries. No less. Anyway, up to camp number 1. There's 3 camps here, and they're all actually genuinely, once you get to Pink Eyes, the camps become properly challenging. Which is actually good. The only problem is, if you set off the perimeter defences, you're going to be in a world of pain, especially look like this. As soon as you get out of the vehicle, they're just going to light you up. So better to get some distance, snipe the snipers, counter-snipe the snipers, I guess, in this fashion. You can't shoot the Thunderstick towers, I think that's what they're called. You're not going to have much fun with them, so you're just going to have to drive up to them and hook them with the harpoon, but try not to get your car exploderated, because it will end in tears. What I have discovered, I think I've said this in the last couple of videos, but like you can get a pretty good long distance view like that. Sadly, that ended in tears. But the Thunderstick, the Thunderpoon, Thunder whatever it is, I don't know, you can use that to nuke those towers. Chumbucket will have a lot of help with those. Try not to drive directly into a concrete platform like that though, because that's just going to end in tears. Thunderstick launcher. That's what I was looking for. I'm sorry, Caitlin took me out earlier. She's visiting from Australia. Well, I say visiting from Australia. She's stopping by from Australia on her way back to New York, which is where she's from. So we've gone out and celebrated quite aggressively. So this video is mostly going to be nonsense, but just keep watching. It'll all make sense. There we are, the oil transfer camp. Dead end. Destroy transfer tanks. There's 7 of them. And also, I don't know, some scrap. And some insignia, I guess. There's a fight when you come in on the front end, so deal with those guys, and then you're going to be able to sneak in. You can't jump up there, but that's where a scrap is. I kind of drove the car up here. See, Chumbucket, come here. And I pulled the door down. I was thinking, well, why don't I pull the door down? But I'll just have a look around the side, and guess what? There's a scrap that's really important. That's scrap number 1 of 12 there. Then I drop round to the left here to grab scrap number 2. That's in a Jimmy box, so grab that. And then 3 is right next to it there. Honestly, this was months ago. I'm amazed I remember this. Into this room, there's a pretty big fight. If you're in Pink Eyes territory, you should really have all the passive skills up by now, but definitely the melee master is a good one, just because you can like push 2 buttons and then get a weapon and beat everyone to death. And as you can probably see by this video, there's scrap number 5. But as you can see by this video, I'm not a big fan of armor. Just because honestly I like a challenge. If you drop down to the left here as opposed to going down there, there's actually some scrap down there just behind that truck, but we'll come around to that later. There's your first insignia on the side. Anyway, up through here is where we just shot the war crier. There's going to be another pretty major fight, so deal with that. There's a boomstick if you want to put that into his shield. That explodes it and makes the whole fight a lot easier. I'd highly recommend that. Also, don't get up there unless you absolutely need to. They will come down and meet you. Yeah. But, anyway, plug on through and grab scrap number 6, which is in that train car, and insignia number 2, which is up there. You'll almost certainly have to shoot it. I don't see another way around there. Anyway, after that I died, I lost a life, so I came back and just pulled the gate open and headed through there, because it just seemed a bit easier. And also there was a ladder there that it seemed like it was easier to drive in and pull down than it was to kind of try and work out how to get around and do that. But doing that will allow you to come around here and blow up the first of your transfer tanks. There's 1 and 2 right there. I've obviously upgraded my ammo pretty ridiculously, so I don't mind shooting, but you can see some fuel tanks there. Fuel tanks? Gas tanks. Gas canisters. Gas. You know what I'm trying to say. If you don't want to waste your ammo, turn around, pick up the fuel tanks and do that. Anyway, if you run over that, it's going to set off that flame thing. Switch it off. No big deal. That's pretty much all the competition you're going to see in here. There's a few guys that jump at your face, but there's scrap number 7 on the floor. There's also some food if you lost some health there, and another scrap up on the wall, so make sure you've got enough ammo for that. Don't forget you can always fast travel back and grab it that way, but there's scrap number 8 in a Jimmy box. Now back up here and up the ladder we just yanked down with the car that we came in with. I say the car that we came in with. But grab that fuel, head over the other way, which is where we jumped into, blow that car, blow that door up, and there's some scrap in here on the left on the same wall as the door, and transfer tank number 4. Hurrah! Anyway, heading back through here into the main room, the car's just on our right. Under these stairs is scrap number, I want to say 9, even though it says 10. I think we kind of got it out of order. And down to the left here, drop off there, and up here, scrap number, 11, 10, 11? Have we missed one? No, I'm going to have to go back and look. No, I'm pretty sure I looked. Even though I cut this video a long time ago, I feel like we're in pretty good shape. There's the final scrap, number 12. Hurrah. Final insignia up there. We've definitely got 4 of those. 6 and 7 transfer tanks. If I missed a scrap there, I apologise, but I feel like that was all of them. I really do. Anyway, I headed over to this minefield on the way back and blew up one of them just as a drive-by. You can kind of zigzag across those and hope you get one. There's the first sniper tower. Pull that down, no problem. That got my threat down to level 2, which allowed me to fit all sorts of awesome things, like the massive Big Chief V8 and the new exhaust. Honestly, the engines, with just acceleration being a factor, don't seem to be that interesting. Anyway, there is a Scarecrow up here. You'll need to boost a little bit. Make sure you boost and don't fall down. Drive up here, then boost as you see. That's key. Picture's worth 1,000 words. But boost over there and then drive into that. You can either pull it down or just smoosh into it, but it's a massive one. There's 4 bits of scrap. You can see them there. It's going to make you, I don't know, I guess about 50. Just switching the game off for 10 days and then logging back on is going to make you a lot more with the scrap crew. Anyway, underneath this bridge, scavenging location number, what are we up to? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? I'll pay better attention next time. But there is scrap number 1, and just up inside here, scrap number 2. So that's the location, 100% looted. Over to camp number 2. This one's a little bit rough. This is Tyrant's Lash. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So this is, well, it's interesting actually. This is both a, you'll get the camouflage paint job for beating pig sticker. There's a pretty amusing, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a pretty amusing, history relic, which gives a bit of history into pig sticker. But more importantly, there is a Wasteland mission for pink eye that you can pick up around here, and we'll have a look at that too. But after picking off the perimeter defences, well, some of them, we're going to do a drive-by and yank down that thunderstick tower, and I think we get another one here. No? Okay. We just head over to the intel location. Yeah, you've got to be really careful. Like the last camp, if you set off the perimeter defences and get into trouble, you're just going to die. But I kind of got a long-distance shot here. This guy, Free advice, stranger. Great, heavy perimeter defenses. Really hadn't noticed. Secret entrance to the right of the main gate, kind of important. Ferals in the cellar, whatever, there's going to be a fight. And the zip line to exit quickly. Fine. But no, come back to Pink Eye, pick up this mission. The mission is... Dun, dun, dun. I think it's her first one. In due time. It might be her second one. I honestly can't remember. It's been a while. But pick up in due time. That's a secondary mission or a Wasteland mission from her. I'm picking up this third tower here, yanking that down. And then there's two things there. The first one is on the right. You can pull that down. But actually, as Pink Eye pointed out, there is a secret entrance, and it's right around here. I'm shooting these guys, but there's really no point. You can pretty much just run straight into this thing. There we are. Top dog camp. Tyrant's Lash. That's what it looks like. But there is the secret entrance. There. So sneak in there. Be prepared for a big fight. Whichever way you go in, it's going to be pretty hideous. And actually, the fight before you get in, there's scrap number 1. The fight before you get in is the biggest of these fights. There's another scrap up there. You can turn that the valve, which will turn off the gas at the front, or shoot it, whichever you prefer. And try not to get knocked off the side like that, which I guess I did. But at least, look, all perimeter defense is eliminated. Yay! Despite the fact I fell on my face from 100 feet. Also up there is what am I trying to say here? Insignia number 1. There. So shoot that. It'll probably say 4 or 3 or something because I got it super late. But then I pulled the door down and drove back in because this is actually when I fell down. Come around here and there is a door that you need to explodorate. Now through here, and I must have run this like 7 or 8 times, this I distinctly remember. Fighting this guy, then fighting this guy. Just work on hitting them softly to build up your combo so your frenzy or your fury or whatever it is through the roof here. I'm going to let all this play out just to let you know how insane a fight you've got coming up. There's like 3 or 4 waves. Kill the Warcrier as early as you can. Primarily because it's going to be a pain in the butt if you don't. If you let that Warcrier live and all these guys have got red flashes around them, every hit hurts more. Now again, I'm aware I don't have any armor on here, so that's kind of a consideration. So if you're smart, you'll like be fully kitted up on armor, but like for the most part, I found the fights in Mad Max pretty easy. So I wanted to make it a bit harder for myself. And what it meant was I like lost 3 or 4 lives here and probably spent an hour and a half where I could have spent 20 minutes on this camp. But it felt more interesting, I guess. Like I had another playthrough where I just upgraded the armor all the way through, and it was never hard. It never felt interesting or difficult. Whereas here you can see, like again, you don't know. But this is my 4th or 5th run through it, and my health is super down, and every other time I died. Anyways, you walk in on the left, there is scrap number 3. We got 2 on the way, and there's scrap number 3. Turn off that gas, not before you've kicked this door in. Now, pull this down. You'll notice this is going to be the final scrap. This will be 12 of 12, except it's not. It's actually, what are we up to, 4? It took me so long to find, I can't believe it. Anyway, carry on past there and up these stairs and you'll find scrap number 5. There on the left, along with insignia number 2. No, 1? No, 2, because we already shot that other one. There's some water there too if you need it. That's the final gas thing there. Kick that down if you want to come back in, and then up these stairs and around to Pig Sticker. There's the history relic just up there. There's only 1 in here, so snag that. Piglet! Yeah. And there's some ammo. Around there, scrap number 5? Yes, because we're 1 ahead. And then run across the bridge. It's pretty serial, this bit. Across the bridge. Behind you is the first insignia that we got. If you missed it that time, there's scrap number 6. And 7 on the right, left, even there. And then we're going to drop in the hole and head down to the cellar where it said there was heavy resistance from these dudes who want to just eat your face. There's also here, just pull that with the Jimmy bar, and the Scrotus Insignia number 3 will just, or 4, in fact I guess at this stage will just fall off. Now, through here, kick that. In here you're going to meet like a bit of a fight, so make sure you've got a weapon, smack them in the face, it should be fine. Over to the left is a fuel can, which you're going to need to explode the door on the right. So blow that, head back through. There's scrap number 7, And then up here to meet Pig Sticker. I'm not sure if it's immediate, but there's certainly some water on the way. There's a canteen, fill that up, drink, make sure you've got full health going through here. I kind of feel like this guy is weak to shivs, maybe, but ultimately these guys are kind of all the same. You just sort of wait, let them run into the fire, then punch them a couple of times and stab them with a shiv. See, 1, 2, and shiv in the face. And just kind of repeat. It's really not that hard, just wait till they run towards you, hit the roll button, punch them into the fire, shiv again. That's right, Pig Sticker's especially weak to shivs, but regardless, they're all, I mean, you know, just honestly, these fights aren't hard once you've worked them out. Especially by this point you should have like maxed out melee damage and weapon damage. But there we are. What have we got at this stage? I feel like we've got all 4 insignias. But we're missing some. Look, this is what camouflage looks like. I mean, it's okay. It looks best on the die roller, I think. It looks pretty good with purple paint. But yeah, no, most of the stuff on this map, most of the stuff you're missing is going to be from the exit. So turn this valve off. That way, there we are. And then head up this ladder. Yep, there we go. You can see I've come a little bit later, because actually what I did was fast travel back. There's also an exit there, so if you want to come around from the outside because you forget later, just turn up from there on the west and yank it down. But up here, 1 and 2 and 3 scrap, so that's what, 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, yeah, I feel like it's 9, 10, 11. And then over here is the final scrap, up that ladder there. That's the final scrap there. And then there's a zip line there, which, as it told you in the intel, is the quick exit, but actually we're going to go around this way and up this ladder for the final Scrotus Insignia. There we are, number 4. Now, that's going to be your Tyrant Lash completed, but there's a Wasteland mission from Pink Eye that you might want to pick up, which will drop you in here. And there's a bit of a fight when you come in. There's also a huge amount of scrap that isn't counted in any way. This is Scavenging Location. But she wants this to, I guess, set some kind of sail to jump in a, I don't know, land boat with her friends across the, whatever. You can make like a couple of 100 scrap in here relatively easily. All you do, take the zip line, head up to the roof, pull the trigger, job done. There we go. Then head back to Pink Eye, and she'll give you this for the final tyres. This is actually in the heights. We're not going to cover it in this. It'll be in the next video. But yeah. There's the best tyres in there. They're actually not the best tyres. The best tyres are not the ones she gives you. They're the ones before. But if you're spending a lot of time in... what's the word I'm looking for? On asphalt, kind of around here, maybe they're useful. I don't really understand what qualifies as asphalt. Like, I feel like there's only a little bit of asphalt in this game, and most of it is sand. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway... a lot of the Scarecrows in Rotten Rusties also have like a secret area like this where you can just pick up a bit of extra scrap for nothing. Anyway, there was a massive Scarecrow. That's Scarecrow number 3, 4. I honestly don't know what we're up to, but that was probably a sniper or something. There's some more free scrap and ammo and stuff. Anyway, where are we off to now? Okay, Scavenging Location number 5. In here I feel like it's 1 scrap and 1 history relic. There's a bit of a fight as you walk in, so deal with those guys. There's your 1, 2 scrap. I lied. 2 scrap. Okay. Only 2 scrap and a dude asleep that you can stomp in the face. Up to Scarecrow number 5. Now again, a lot of these Scarecrows have secret locations. This one, you can sit there and thunderpoon it as much as you want. You can get close and aim with a harpoon and pull it down like that. But also, a lot of these have secret entrances up. You'll see here, there's actually a way to sneak around and get all the scrap that fell out of the Scarecrow if you want to, which means you can also just rock up with a fuel can that you shoot, and the Scarecrow will be ruined. But yeah, see? You've got to be careful with the jump here. I fell off 4 or 5 times trying to get up there. When you jump on this, left trigger on the Xbox, you move forward quite some distance, so be careful with that. Next Scarecrow, number 5? 6? I think? I've forgotten, sorry again. arrived quite drunk, for which I apologise. Intel encounter before we do camp number 3, I guess we're up to. This one doesn't have such aggressive defences, but inside it's a stank gun camp. There's 35, I think, warriors. Snipers all over the place, and 3 or 4 defences. We're going to go into the tall one first. You can see a thunderstick launcher down there. But we're just going to drive on in. Nothing else really to see there. One of the dickhole ladies. Ugh. Honestly, the Wasteland encounters in this just... Even though I haven't played this in a month, I'm still angry just remembering how much of my life I wasted watching those cutscenes. Jesus. Painful. Anyway, snipers, pick them off if you can. War criers should be easy to pick off. But do you know what? Even if you can't pick them off from a distance, you're going to get pretty deep hands-on very, very quickly, so it's not the end of the world. Drive up to these things, and when you've got the tall one on your right... Oh yeah, okay, we're going to pick off this thunderbeam launcher with the harpoon fine. And there's a Scarecrow that actually we've already destroyed, or maybe we destroy later, I don't know, but I took this Twin Sisters early on because it was one of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Scavenging locations. Yeah, but here we are. Stank gun camp, Twin Sisters, 37 fighters, 1 history relic, 2 insignia, 10 scrap, 1 survey. There we go, survey group art. That's what I was coming for. But anyway, look, you can see here, Twin Sisters, one on the left, one on the right. Let's look at those. As long as you've got the tall one on the right, head into this entrance here, and we're going to use the colours. Remember purple and blue, it really helps. But there's 8 of these guys immediately on the ground floor as you walk into the tall one. There's some scrap in here, scrap number 1 there. So grab that, that's on the ground floor of the tall one, and then we're going to head up a little bit. So head up these stairs by the blue paint, and there is scrap number 2. History relic, the one and only, is immediately next to that, so snag that on the way past. Beauty is life, beauty is family, beauty is eternal. Yep, whatever. Head all the way around for scrap number 3, and then up another floor. There we are, scrap number 4 right in front of you with kind of a broken insignia next to it. The 2 insignia are on the 2 roofs, so don't worry too much about those right now. There's 2 more guys to fight here, which I think will take you up to number 10. Yep, there we go. So 8 on the floor, 2 more there, number 10. Now drop down here and head for the blue stairs, and then up here. The blue stairs will eventually take you out to the roof. So head up to the roof and you'll fight some more guys, which I think is going to take you up to number, yeah, there we go, 18. So there's 8 more guys on the roof. Don't miss the insignia there and the war crier also. I didn't need to shoot him before the fight because those 8 guys went down pretty quickly, but there's insignia number 1. Now blow that door out. There's some fuel kicking around up here, so find it, there we are, and then blow that door. And then in there is the survey crew part and scrap number, I forget what we're up to. I think this is out of order. I feel like it's number 5 rather than 6, but there's survey crew part number 1 for this map. Now head across here, you'll notice a complete time change because this is a different map. These guys on the roof will take you from 18 to 27, so there's 9 guys up here. Turn that fuel off if you haven't already, and there is scrap number 6. There we are, and now we're all caught up. There's also the final insignia up here. Head into this building with like the weird lamps. That's the 2nd insignia. There's some ammo there from the sniper that you maybe shot earlier, and then look for the stairs down. We're coming in the blue route. If you've come in the purple, that's fine. You're just going to come in the other side. There's a big old loop around here, so just take your time. But up here is scrap number 7. I think it's 7. Yep, 7. And possibly around here, scrap number 8. Oh no, some water. There we are. So drink up. When you head down here, there's going to be a big old fight no matter what you do, so be prepared for that. There's honestly, the rest of the guys are all on the floor. There's scrap number 8. Some of them are going to come up, some of them aren't. Be prepared. For me, all of them arrived just about now. There we are. Fortunately, I had a weapon, so I could just smack them all in the face, and that pretty much finished it up for me. But if you've run down early, you might meet them in a different order. But on this next level down is scrap number 9, and then when you get all the way to the bottom is scrap number 10, hidden in this back room here. But that should be everything you need. There we are, the Twin Sisters, all complete. 1 project part, 2 insignia, 10 scrap parts, and I guess something else, which I can't remember. Anyway, directly north from here is our next scrap location, 1 or scavenging location, 1 history relic, and 1 or 2 scrap parts. I missed it. Anyway, it's not this way. I went the longest way around that I possibly could. It's up on this bridge here, thinking it would always be in the truck, the bus, which it turns out in Rotten Rusties, nothing's in the bus. But there's 1 scrap and 1 history relic. The cops came down hard on the southern refugee camp this Saturday, apparently. Anyway, then I actually ended up going back to Pink Eyes to drop off that mission that I showed you earlier, so I figured I'd pick up the minecart and just ruin these, well, and speak to this dude, yeah, whatever. He saw me bring down the Tyrant's Lash. Thanks, dude. You're telling me about the Wasteland mission that I already did. Then I managed to blow this truck up. Aren't I amazing? There we are. There. So that's the first one. Then the second one, I figured I'd just pick up this scavenging location. That's scavenging location number 6, I think. And I drove directly into a wall. Dropping down here, there was actually, it's an underground one, and it wasn't pleasant. It really wasn't pleasant. So I just got above ground to fight them, because fighting them on the stairs and fighting them on the ground, the camera just went to bobbins. So running upstairs, they'll all follow you up, and then you can pick up all their stuff, and then go down and just take your time to clear it out. There's one immediately by the stairs there. And actually, if I'd just taken a right, I'd have given myself a much easier time. But head to the left for a Jimmy box and scrap number 2. And then as you'll see, to the right of the stairs as you're facing them is scrap number 3 in kind of a separate room. But I spent a lot of time trying to get there. There we are. And you'll see I run back, and there are the stairs there. Anyway, driving out, I did an amazing job of flipping the buggy. And every other car I've been in, it's turned over on its own, but this one, nope. So I called Chumbucket. I fired a flare to try and get him back, because I couldn't punch it, I couldn't shoot it, it wouldn't turn over, I knew I had another minefield to go, and just drove into it, and actually just knocking it, flipped it. So if you ever get stuck with the car upside down, I can't imagine you will, it's a super edge case. But headed to the minefield and just picked that off too, so that was both minefields kind of dealt with. There. You know how to deal with minefields by now, you don't need my help. Scavenging location number 8. How do we get to 8 from 6? I feel like we've missed number 7. No, maybe 7 was previous. Whatever. I definitely marked them up as I went along, so I will put the time codes in appropriately, but there's scrap number 1 and scrap number 2. They're right next to each other under this tent, along with history relic there. We need water, help us please. Scavenging location number 9 is right there. I pretty much straight lined it from 8 and just used shotguns, and at this point I'm kind of bored of fighting, if I'm going to be honest. It's much more exciting to use the harpoon, and I just wanted to see how far they got tossed. The answer is very. Yeah, I'm kind of honestly heading back to Jeets or Pink Eyes, not Pink Eyes, Gut Gashes, every mission just to pick up ammo so that I can kill these guys without any worries. It doesn't make finding the bits and pieces any easier. As you'll see, I took a very long route to find nothing, and actually the scrap was there. There's number 1. And number 2 just around to the right. A little bit sneaky actually, kind of interesting, tucked in there. But that's both locations. Up here to Scarecrow number, that looks like 7, I think. Now I fluffed it and then eventually lined it up here, because rather than using the harpoon I wanted to take a proper run at it. But you'll see there's a bit of a ramp made by the stand here, and if you boost as you ride in, skaboosh, it's a massive Scarecrow, so there's 4 there. Hurrah! But again, you can shoot it with a thunderpoon, you can, I don't know, you can do whatever you like. It's pretty easy to smash up, but there are the bits and pieces that you need. Now again, a lot of these Scarecrows have these secret, well, I say secret, but they have these cargo containers nearby with a bit of scrap in them. They're not marked as scavenging locations, but they're there. This is a cleanup crew part. This one's kind of wide in the open, actually, so head over here. There's a bit of a fight when you rock up, I think I let the fight play out. There's one guy with a shield, so make sure, yeah, there we go, deal with him. Definitely, by this stage, if you haven't bought the shield shatter upgrade, you're doing something wrong. Definitely grab hold of that. But there's the cleanup crew part. From there, the first piece of scrap there, and the second one all the way over the other side of the road at the end of this pier on the left. There. That I remember for some reason. It's like one of those things I remember playing Doom. I could explain to you if you were to sit down with me and play me through Doom. I could tell you how to get from the start to finish of the first Doom level. That's etched in my brain. And for some reason, this is too. Yeah, no, so I was playing this death run and got a storm, which I found fascinating. I didn't think they'd drop storms in the middle of a death run, but I just ditched out of the car and restarted because it was not going well. Anyway, for the most part, this is pretty straightforward. What I did here was stick a little bit to the left and drop off the beaten track down here into this gully, but then follow the road round here and get back up onto the path. You'll see it here, past the Twin Sisters on the left. You may have just seen those. And then around and just follow the road. By this point, you should be ahead and you should be fine. Take that little shortcut. One of the cars actually goes that way, which is how I discovered it. Slow down here to take a shortcut through there if things are rough, otherwise just follow the road. And then boost over the platform finish line thing there. You should be fine. I did this on like the second go. It wasn't that hard. Just, yeah, just cut out that big old right hand, left hand. Anyway, scavenging location number... On my map that looks like number 6, but that can't be right because I feel like we just did 10. Anyway, there's one scrap there, and the other one I feel like is up this ladder. Oh, look, hello sniper. Yeah, kill this sniper, otherwise he's going to shoot you while you're killing these guys. I definitely, embarrassingly, even though there were only 4 guys here in total, died the first time I arrived. But there's scrap number 1, and then up these stairs is scrap number 2, and then I ditched. You'll see some food I just ran past. I ditched and then was in the car and saw, oh, there's some water here. Where's the water? There's the water up on the second level too, just in case you need that. Do fill up on water, there's a Wasteland challenge for that. I failed utterly to tag location number 11, and I do remember we're up to 11 now, because I failed to look at the map. Anyway, another guy with a shield here, finish him off. It's another one that's half in the water. There is scrap number 1, and up here is scrap number 2, so these two are kind of on top of each other. Not really a huge challenge. Now up here there's Sneaky, Sniper and Scarecrow right next to each other. This is Sniper 3 and Scarecrow 8. You can drive through that Scarecrow without too much trouble and then just push down the D-pad to pull out the sniper rifle to shoot him. And I just went to drive over the sniper tower just to make sure that dude was completely dead, but Rotten Rusty should be free of threat. There's a few more scavenging locations we're going to pick up, one of which is a Wasteland mission. This one, in fact. This is picked up from Hope in Gutgash's territory. It's called Into the Buzzard's Belly. Yep, In the Buzzard's Belly. There we are. And you don't actually need this mission to pick up the scavenging location, but drive into this tunnel. And if you drive all the way to the end, on the right is the mission. There you can see the big old blue thing. You're going to need the harpoon level 4, I think, to pull that down. But head on this way for the scavenging location. Climb up this ladder, head all the way to the end. There's 3 bits of scrap and a car, more importantly, a high value car. There's a bit of a fight as well. There's a few guys with a weapon, but there, just around the corner to the right as you enter, is scrap number 1. The other 2 are up by the car. You might have to have a bit of a fight here again. I do with the shield and the weapon, so be prepared for that. But once you've dealt with them, head back up to the car. On the right, scrap number 2. I feel like it's in a... no, not in a Jimmy box, just loose. And on the left of the car, scrap number 3. There. And then head around to the right to grab the Super 12. There. Or maybe the Tusker. Yeah, I feel like it's the Super 12. It's definitely the Super 12. Anyway, as you're heading out, don't forget to stop on the left to pick up the Wasteland mission, Into the Buzzard's Belly, if you have it activated. There it is, we pulled the door down earlier. In here there's 3, maybe 4, 5 bits of scrap, but they're not counted, so get as many or as few as you want. There's a fight with 3 or 4 guys as you come in, buzzards, and that's fine. As you head through here and push on into the area, you'll see these guys all spring up out of the water, and it's actually a pretty intense fight, especially because it's in the dark. So be prepared to take some punishment and put on armor if you need to. Another Jimmy box there. There's another one over to the left, I feel like, somewhere. Yeah, you need to jimmy that door open, certainly. And when you head through here, there's some scrap on the left. You'll get a cutscene here, which is the war rig where the sniper rifle is stored. Now, again, be wary that I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Actually, be wary that there's stuff that you can pick up, I guess. I don't know. No, the fighting's done, and the sniper rifle is in here. I guess the only good thing about doing this Wasteland mission is that you can get the final sniper upgrade for 100 scrap, as opposed to the level 5, which was, I want to say 6 or 7, maybe 900. But you're going to complete the Wasteland mission there. And yeah, see, 100 scrap. So all good in the hood. Anyway, head up this ramp just so you don't have to run through the water on the way out, and you can grab the car if you got that now, or head off to grab the car later, the Super 12, and then drive back to, well, I'm going to pick up this scavenger encounter on the way. It's just a loot encounter. We're going to get 50 scrap for just turning up and wasting 3 minutes of our lives listening to this dickhole. I'm sorry, I don't swear, and I don't like swearing in my videos, but fuck me, these Wasteland encounters are shit. Oh my god. Come on, Mad Max people. I've played Just Cause 2 and I'm about to play Just Cause 3, and those games are awesome. This is miserable. Honestly, how did this shit get through? Anyway, up here, I don't know what I was thinking here. There's a fight here and I was just bored at this point, so I shot them all and like fought them a bit and whatever. But the reason I say I don't know what I was thinking is, here is the first scrap in this kind of side room here. There's some food too if you need it. But around the side here is the first scrap. And then actually in the middle, but look, what I do here is scrap 1 out of 2. Now I'm just going to leave. And look, you can even see the thing there. I don't know why I thought I'd finish this level, but I drive back to Pink Eyes. But we're going to come back here. And I actually recorded this today, a month later, only having watched this video and realised, but there's the second scrap right on the inside by that breeze block. So that's where that is there. Anyway, drive this back. Drive the Super 12 back to Pink Eyes or any other territory to get that added to your vehicle collection. I went past the Twin Sisters, as you can see, and this genuinely is an awesome car. I wish they made more of the alternate cars in this game, because like I would love to drive some of the cars with like the harpoon or the sniper rifle or whatever attached. It would just make it more relevant and meaningful. But there we are, new vehicle, Super 12, all good. That's the map, the 12, not the Super 12. That's the map, I think, pretty much all ripped up. On the left, the previous section, ooh, Knitsack. I don't know where I pulled that from, but yeah, that's Knitsack on the left. And on the right, I think that's one of the Wasteland missions to blow up all the buzzard camps. Anyway, sorry it's been so long. Expect more videos in the future. We're nearly out. Lots of love. Leave some comments. Bye.